Getting real about fostering to adoption, the unvarnished truth. Welcome to our channel. Today we're diving into the top 5 things I wish I knew about fostering to adopting. Now let me be straight with you. This journey, this calling, it's not a walk in the park. It's not all sunshine and rainbows like some might have you believe. If you're thinking about opening your heart and your home, then you need to open your eyes too. You need to get real about what this truly entails because these children, they deserve you at your most prepared, your most informed, and your most committed. Ignorance is not bliss when it comes to changing a child's life, and frankly, changing your own. We are the Downs, and believe me when I tell you, my husband and I, we've been through the ringer, we've learned the hard lessons, and we've come out the other side with a family that's stronger and more beautiful than we could have ever imagined. But would I do some things differently if I knew then what I know now? You bet your bottom dollar I would. That's why we're here. We're not here to sugarcoat it. We're here to give you the straight goods, the stuff people are often too polite or too scared to tell you. Because being forewarned is being forearmed. And these kids need you armed with knowledge, not just good intentions. So if you're serious about this, if you're ready to look beyond the hallmark moments and stare the realities in the face, then you've come to the right place. We're going to talk about the emotional roller coaster, the tangled web of legal processes, the absolute necessity of a rock-solid support system, the financial realities you can't ignore, and how this whole beautiful, messy process impacts your existing family dynamics. Pull up a chair, get comfortable, because class is in session. And this is information you absolutely need to hear. Let's get started. All right, let's talk about something that can sneak up on you and knock you flat on your back if you're not ready for it. The emotional roller coaster. You think you know what emotions are? You think you've felt joy or frustration or even heartbreak? Let me tell you, fostering and then moving towards adoption takes all of that, cranks it up to 11, and then throws in a few loop-de-loops you didn't even see coming. 1 minute you're soaring, your heart is so full it feels like it could burst watching a child finally feel safe, finally smile a genuine smile. You think, this is it, this is why I'm doing this. It's pure, unadulterated joy. Then, bam! The next minute or even the next hour, you could be dealing with a meltdown over something seemingly small, or facing a setback with a biological family visit, or just the sheer exhaustion of navigating trauma-induced behaviors. And the uncertainty, the uncertainty can eat you alive if you let it. Will this placement last? Will the adoption go through? Will I be able to handle this? These aren't just fleeting thoughts. They can become a constant hum in the background of your life. It's a high-wire act, and some days you'll feel like a seasoned acrobat, and other days you'll feel like you're about to plummet without a net. So, how do you prepare? Well, you can't completely bulletproof yourself against the emotional impact, let's be real. But you can build resilience. You can acknowledge that these feelings are normal, that they are part of the process. You need to have coping mechanisms in place. You're in the thick of it. Whether that's a therapist, a journal, a punching bag, or a trusted friend you can vent to without judgment. Understand that your emotions will be all over the map, and that's okay. What's not okay is letting those emotions derail you from providing a stable, loving environment for a child who desperately needs it. Now let's get down to brass tacks about something that can make your head spin faster than a tilt-a-whirl, the legal processes. If you think you can just wing it or that it'll all work out, you are setting yourself up for a world of hurt, and more importantly, you could be jeopardizing a child's future. The legal system surrounding foster care and adoption is a complex, often frustrating labyrinth. It's not designed to be user-friendly. It's designed to protect children, and sometimes that means a whole lot of red tape, a whole lot of paperwork, and a whole lot of waiting. Are you prepared for that level of bureaucratic entanglement? You're going to be dealing with caseworkers, attorneys, court hearings, and enough documents to wallpaper your house. Each state, sometimes even each county, has its own specific rules and timelines. You need to understand terms like termination of parental rights, permanency hearings, and adoption finalization. These aren't just words. They represent critical milestones and potential roadblocks on your journey. Ignoring the details or assuming someone else has it all covered is a recipe for disaster. You have to be your own advocate and, more importantly, the advocate for the child in your care. Do you know what questions to ask? Do you know your rights and responsibilities? My best advice? Get educated and get organized. Ask questions and then ask more questions. If you don't understand something, say so. Don't nod and smile if you're lost. Find a good attorney who specializes in adoption, one who can explain things in plain English, not just legal gobbledygook. Keep meticulous records of everything, every phone call, every email, every meeting, every document. This isn't just about protecting yourself. It's about ensuring that every I is dotted and every T is crossed, so that when the time comes for that child to officially become a permanent part of your family, there are no preventable legal snags. This is serious business, folks. Let's be crystal clear about something. Trying to navigate the world of fostering to adoption as a lone wolf is not brave, it's foolish. You absolutely, positively need a strong support system. And I'm not just talking about someone to say, "Oh, that's nice," when you tell them your plans. I'm talking about a real, honest-to-goodness, in-the-trenches support system. People who will listen when you need to vent, who will bring over a casserole when you're too exhausted to cook, who will celebrate the small victories with you, and who won't disappear when things get tough. Because trust me on this, things get tough. Think about it. Who are your people? Is it your family? Your close friends? A church group? Other foster or adoptive parents who get it because they've lived it? You need a diverse team. You need the cheerleaders, yes, but you also need the truth tellers, the ones who will gently, or not so gently, tell you when you're losing perspective or when you need to ask for help. And don't underestimate the power of professional support. Therapists, counselors, and social workers who specialize in foster care and adoption can be invaluable resources, not just for the child, but for you and your entire family. Are you willing to be vulnerable enough to build and utilize such a network? So how do you build this? You have to be proactive. Reach out. Join support groups online or in person. Don't be afraid to ask for help. So many people want to support you but don't know how. Tell them specifically what you need. Could you watch the kids for 2 hours on Saturday so I can have a break? Could I just talk your ear off for 20 minutes? This isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength and self-awareness. Remember, you're trying to provide a stable, loving environment for a child who has likely experienced instability. You can't do that effectively if you're running on fumes and feeling isolated. Your well-being is paramount. All right, let's talk about a subject that makes a lot of people uncomfortable, but we need to get real about it. Money. The financial considerations of fostering to adopting are significant, and pretending they don't exist or that love is all you need is naive and frankly irresponsible. While foster care stipends are often provided to help cover the basic needs of a child in your care, let's be honest, basic doesn't always cover everything, especially if a child has special medical, emotional, or educational needs. And those stipends, they typically stop once an adoption is finalized. Are you financially prepared for the long haul? You need to take a good hard look at your budget. I mean, a really honest look. Can you afford another mouth to feed, another body to clothe, another child to provide for, potentially for the next 18 plus years? Think about childcare, medical expenses not covered by insurance, therapy, extracurricular activities, school supplies, birthday presents, saving for college. These things add up. And while there are adoption subsidies and tax credits available for some adoptive families, particularly those adopting from foster care, they may not cover all the costs, and they can be complex to navigate. Do you know what resources are out there and how to access them? This isn't about being rich, it's about being responsible. It's about ensuring that financial stress doesn't become another burden on your family or detract from your ability to provide a secure and nurturing home. So, do your homework, research the potential costs, investigate adoption assistance programs, talk to a financial advisor if you need to. Create a realistic budget that includes the potential long-term costs of raising a child. Being financially prepared doesn't make you any less loving. It makes you a smart, responsible parent who is thinking about the child's future stability. And that, my friends, is a priceless gift. Last but certainly not least, let's talk about how bringing a foster child into your home with the hope of adoption impacts your existing family dynamics. Whether you're single, a couple, or you already have biological or adopted children, adding a new member, especially one who may come with a history of trauma or different life experiences, will change things. It just will. And pretending it won't, or hoping everyone will just magically adjust without any effort, is setting everyone up for disappointment and potential resentment. Are you prepared to actively manage these shifts? If you have other children, they are going to have feelings about this. They might be excited, jealous, confused, or even scared. Their routines will change, your attention will be divided, and they might not understand why this new child behaves in certain ways or requires so much of your energy. You need to prepare them. Talk to them honestly, in an age-appropriate way, of course, and validate their feelings. They need to feel like they are still seen, heard, and valued. This isn't just your journey, it's journey too, and they need support to navigate it successfully. How will you ensure their needs are met? And what about your relationship with your partner, if you have one? Fostering and adopting can put a tremendous strain on a marriage or partnership if you're not on the same page and communicating effectively. You'll be tired, you'll be stressed, and you might have different ideas about how to handle certain situations. You have to make time for each other, to connect, to support each other, and to present a united front. This journey requires teamwork. The goal is to integrate a new child into your family in a way that strengthens everyone, and that takes conscious effort, open communication, patience, and a whole lot of love and understanding from every single member. So, there you have it. 5 critical areas I truly wish we'd had a deeper, more brutally honest understanding of before we embarked on our fostering to adoption journey. The emotional highs and lows, the legal complexities, the absolute necessity of a support network, the financial realities, and the shifts in family dynamics. These are not small things. They are the bedrock upon which successful, loving, permanent families are built when you choose this path. It's not about scaring you off. It's about empowering you with the truth, so you can make informed decisions and be the best possible parent for a child who needs you. This path is challenging, no doubt about it. There will be days you question your sanity, days you feel like you're failing, and days your heart aches in ways you never thought possible. But then there will be days filled with such profound joy, such incredible breakthroughs, and such a deep sense of purpose that it will all make sense. These children are worth every ounce of effort, every sleepless night, every challenge overcome. They deserve families who are prepared, resilient, and committed to loving them unconditionally, baggage and all. And you deserve to go into this with your eyes wide open. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more content on fostering and adoption. Share this with anyone you know who might be considering this incredible, life-changing journey. Remember, knowledge is power, and the more prepared you are, the better you can serve these amazing kids. We're cheering you on every step of the way.